Hello students, welcome to all of you. Myself SS Raite from KTHM College Nasi, Department of Commerce. So students, in previous lecture we have already discussed the features of e-commerce, difference between e-commerce and traditional commerce, and advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. Now today we will see the scope, functions and limitations of e-commerce. So start one by one. First is the scope of e-commerce. Scope of e-commerce. E-commerce is a term popularized by advent of commercial services on the internet or web. Electronic market are in use in a number of trade segments with an emphasis on search facility and electronic data interchange. It means EDI is used for regular and standardized transaction between organizations. So students, the scope of e-commerce consists of these three areas. Okay. First is electronic market. Second, EDI, it means electronic data interchange, and internet commerce. The figure shows following concept of e-commerce. Okay. An electronic market is the use of information and communication technology to present a range of offering available in a market segment so that the purchaser can compare the price of offering and make a purchase decision. The usual example of the electronic market is railway ticket booking system. Next, EDI, electronic data interchange, provide a standard system for coding trade transactions so that they can be communicate directly from one computer system to another computer system without need for printed order and invoices and the delay and error implicit in a paper handling. Next is internet commerce. Information and communication technology can also be used to advertise and make a one-off sales of a wide range of goods and services. This type of e-commerce is typified by commercial use of internet. The internet can, for example, be used for the purchase of books that are then delivered by the post. So students, this is the scope of e-commerce. Functions of e-commerce. The four functions of e-commerce are given below. First is the communication. This function is aimed to aid the delivery of information and or document to facilitate business transaction. Email is an best example of this. Okay students. So, electronic communication can be achieved by finding the right tool for communication. Moving from paper to electronic communication can actually help your business correct easier while saving time and money. Email, instant messaging, website, blog, text messaging, voicemail and voice messaging are a few examples of electronic communication. Okay. Electronic communication has exchanged the way business communication with each other. It can be very beneficial if used effectively. Knowing this strength and weakness will help business conduct effective electronic communication. Okay. So email is useful communication approach that instantly deliver message between the computer. Next is the process management. This function covers the automation and improvement of business process. For example, networking two computers together so that they can share and transfer data from one computer to the another computer. So, it is also a main function of e-commerce. Next is service management function. The quality of service can be improved by the application of technology. Students, for example, the Federal Express website. These websites permit customer to track shipment and the schedule pickup 24 hours a day with a worldwide network having to talk to a service representative. Customer service is greatly enhanced due to the website capabilities. Okay, so this is also a main function of e-commerce. Next is the transaction capability. This function provides the ability to buy or sell on the internet or some other online service. The retail website of Amazon.com and website of business offer good example of the transaction capability of the e-commerce. So these all are the functions of e-commerce. Next point, limitations of e-commerce. There are some limitations of e-commerce. We will see one by one. First is security. The biggest drawback of e-commerce is the issue of security. People fear to provide personal and financial information even though several improvements have been made in relation to data encryption. Certain websites do not have capability to conduct authenticate transaction. Fear of providing credit card information and risk of identity limit the growth of e-commerce. Next is lack of privacy. Many websites do not have high encryption for secure online transaction or to protect online identity. Some websites illegally collect statistics on consumer without their permission. Lack of privacy discover people to use internet for conducting commercial transaction. Next is fear. People fear to operate in a paperless and faceless electronic world. Some of the business organizations do not have physical existence. People do not know with whom they are conducting commercial transaction. These aspects make people to option physical store for purchase. Okay. Next is product suitability. People have to rely on electronic image to purchase product. Sometimes when the product are delivered, the product may not match with electronic images. Finally, it may not suit the need of the buyers. The lack of touch and feel prevent people from online shopping. Next is the legal issues. The cyber laws that govern the e-commerce transaction are not very clear and vary from country to country. These legal issues prevent people from entering into electronic contract. So students, these all are the limitations of students. Today we have discussed the scope of e-commerce, functions of e-commerce and limitations of e-commerce. Thank you so much.